After a few weeks away from Grey Sloan, Grey's Anatomy Season 21 Episode 10 welcomed Ellen Pompeo back as Meredith Grey, and, while fans might have been excited to see her back, her return to the hospital wasn't exactly met with a warm welcome. As the episode opens, Meredith and Nick head back to Seattle, and it's clear things are still tense between Mare and Richard after she kept him in the dark about Catherine's diagnosis. Mare and Nick arrive at the hospital where they meet Catherine and their patient Tasha, who is in need of a liver transplant, as well as her wife, Even, a fellow surgeon. As they're discussing the diagnosis, Richard comes in, and you can cut the tension between him and Meredith from the moment he enters the room. Following their meeting with Tasha and Even, Richard gets short with Meredith and begins to walk away, which is when Catherine lays into him. As Catherine notes, Tasha and Even have already been turned away from 2 hospitals and made to feel lesser, and they're going to make sure they get the treatment they deserve, which requires a top-notch team. Nick goes to tell Even that the liver isn't a good fit, but she makes it clear they need to proceed with the liver and pushes him to do better. The push convinces him to push ahead with the planned transplant, so more scans are ordered. Nick arrives once again and breaks the tension by reviewing scans of the liver, which prompts the trio to wonder if they got the initial diagnosis wrong, and that something could be wrong with her brain. Meredith wants to proceed without consulting Even, but Richard isn't having it as he storms off. Mare asks him to stop walking out on her, to which he coldly quips, "Stop giving me reasons to." Even comes to ask Catherine where the liver is, and she informs her that Winston was delayed on the way, as Nick then comes in to let them know the liver is almost there, which leaves Even elated. Meredith scanned Tasha's brain, and she believes it's dementia. Richard tells Meredith that he pulled some records after an earlier conversation with Even, which reminded him of Meredith's mom. In looking at the records, he found that Tasha was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 2 months ago, which wouldn't make her a candidate for a transplant, and is likely why the other hospitals turned her away. Meredith questions whether Catherine is aware, which Richard points out is likely the case. Following the chat, Richard and Meredith come to confront Catherine about hiding Tasha's Alzheimer's from them. Much to their surprise, Even played all of them by withholding the information about the Alzheimer's diagnosis, and Meredith rushes into just as Nick is about to begin the surgery.
Go ahead and let us know in the comments below. Once you do just that, remember to also come back for other updates.